Ellen ain't playing around.
Is that Chuck E. Chase, Christmas
One
vacation?
nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
All right, let's start over. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moment of silence, please.
They lost two tenants here. One was Liz Seek, and who was the other one?
Carol Barnwell.
So just let's remember them.
Remember them. Thank you. Did Pat bring anything?
Yes.
Yes.
Nothing's been-
Yes, yeah,
Oh,
Thursday,
Oh, it is?
4 to 7, Friday, Pat Brady.
It's in Myers.
Yes, and Mass 10:30 Friday. Yeah.
That's happening now.
Huh?
You said the mass is when?
Thursday, no, that Friday morning, 10:30 is the Mass.
For Liz?
No, that's what.
Oh, that's all done.
Yeah, that's done, Liz is done. She got, Pat Brady is what we're talking about.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You have, thank you, Dave. Okay.
All right. Announcement. This meeting has been called in accordance with the provision of the Open Public Meetings Act, and that the same announcement of the same will be mailed to the local papers and to the clerk of Belmar, the Borough of Belmar, and that the minutes of this meeting will be available after board approval, subsequent meeting.
Commissioner Lynch,
Here.
Commissioner Orchard,
Here.
Commissioner Sharrock,
Here.
Commissioner Ramey,
Yeah.
Commissioner Casserly,
Yeah.
Commissioner McCracken,
Here.
Commissioner Massano.
Here.
You have a quorum. First item up is resolution 2022-19, authorizing closed session. We'll just need to take a brief closed session to discuss personnel. Just need a motion.
I'll make it. I'm sorry.
Commissioner Lynch,
Yes.
Commissioner Orchard,
Yes.
Commissioner Sharrock,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramey, Commissioner Casserly,
Yes.
Commissioner McCracken,
Excuse me.
Commissioner Massano. Folks, we're just gonna take a brief executive session. So we'll have to just ask everybody to leave the room. Politely.
Does anybody need a chair?
Yeah, we can drag chairs out.
No, we gotta grow.
This is something I
Make it
said.
quick today.
We'll try. Okay.
Not,
Yeah, or else we just put it on for, because I don't have a resolution done for this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I can put it on for the January meeting and start at January 1, which kind of makes it a lot easier, right? Or somebody can make a motion to reinstate 2022-15 at the next meeting.
Public meeting.
Language. Okay. Okay. I can proceed. Oh.
Roll call, executive session.
We're up to approval of minutes.
Approval of the minutes for November 7th, 2022.
So moved.
Okay, so Commissioner Lynch, you'll abstain. Commissioner Orchard,
Yes.
Commissioner Sharrock,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramey abstains. Commissioner Casserly,
Yes.
Commissioner McCracken,
Yes.
Commissioner Massano.
Okay, I don't have anything that shows what the bills are.
Here.
I just have two questions on the bills, and I'm sure I've asked these questions before, but, Paul, what's Be Safe Inc.?
Well, that's our total line for the school security system.
And then, forget as much, and then, I know we've asked, I think Maria asked this before, the NJFSPC.
So that's a payroll deduction for an employee.
That's right, sorry.
It was, what is that paid for? And
I'm sorry?
what was that?
It's a payroll
It's a payroll
deduction
deduction for an employee.
Okay.
I don't have any other questions. I make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Commissioner Lynch,
Yes.
Commissioner Orchard,
Yes.
Commissioner Sherrick,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramey,
Yes.
Commissioner Casserly,
Yes.
Commissioner McCracken,
Yes.
Commissioner Misano.
Yes.
Report of Executive Director.
Yes, I'm
Okay, we currently have 4 units open. And we began the process, 1 unit is almost ready for move-in. We interviewed an individual, local Belmar resident, and should be moving in January 1. The other 3 units will be going through the process of going through the wait list and contacting people. As far as the facade of the building, the engineering firm are gonna write up the specs, and then we'll publish them for bid to put the netting around the building.
The whole building.
Yes, one way around. We had our HUD inspection, which is always a fun process. I think we fared very well. We had 4 what they consider life safety issues, which have to be corrected within 24 hours. 3 of the 4 there were air conditioners in bedrooms of the units. And since it's the only window in the bedroom, it needs a means of egress. We had to take the units out of there. Now, one person said that under medical, she needs it for medical purposes. And so she's gonna have to produce documentation from a doctor.
What was that, would that be in the summer also when they need to use these units? How do they do that?
Well, we're
The
just
first time
gonna,
it never came up, right?
no. Every inspection is different. Each inspector has their own
Oh,
little
their own little-
revelations, okay? For example, in this one, some of the tenants have pull chains on the doors, door chains.
Yeah.
And when the chains break, you have to take the whole mechanism out unless you're replacing the chain. Now, they're not required to pull chains, but you can't have half of it still on there. The same with the sliding doors. Some of our residents don't want the sliding doors, mainly because they can fit more in. And, it would bow out if they put more stuff in there. So if we take the doors, if the doors aren't on there, we have to take the tracks down.
Oh, I see.
Now, this is all this inspector.
Well, on the air conditioners,
Yep.
do we know if the fire department allows them? I mean, is that against the fire code?
I can't imagine being against fire code.
That's what I'm wondering, because I haven't had that experience, getting a letter from the fire department, hope you out there.
Saying that,
Yes, that it's okay
that
to
was
have.
approved.
Yeah,
That they
you may
approved
wanna-
it, you mean?
Yeah, check into it, that might be helpful.
Yeah, that could.
I mean,
I know they always come up with something,
I know.
Yeah, but if we could, that's true, if we override by that, would be wonderful, because they do need the air conditioning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and what was the 4th? There was one, 3 with that, and 1 was something we resolved right away. It's escaping me right now, the 4th thing.
what is it, GFS, is that what it is?
No, the usual things, backup batteries in some of the exit lights, which go out usually the day before the inspection, in my experience. But overall, I think it went very well.
Did you get the score yet?
We got a preliminary score of, not the computed score, but 25 out of 40, which doesn't mean it's 15 points. They use a formula, which I don't. And then they still have to, they haven't done the others, the financial review, they go through our records and the audit. They go through management, review management, and I think that's it, financial management and physical plant was the. And that's all I have.
Okay, do we have to do resolution, 2022?
Wait, we didn't.
2022-20 is resolution authorizing meeting dates for December, or for 2023.
Do we have any accomplishment? Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, correspondence.
Okay,
Just threw me off track there. No correspondence.
Old business, man?
Any old business? She done? Resolution.
New business.
Any new business?
We have resolution 2022-20, resolution authorizing meeting dates for 2023.
Just one thing on here, I noticed, I went through the calendar this afternoon. October 3rd
Yes.
is a Tuesday.
Correct. Paul has a standing,
Fundraiser I work on
Yeah,
every year.
every year.
For my
No,
prior.
Just wanted to make sure it wasn't a typo.
yeah,
Not a problem with me.
I asked the board, I think last year, if we could change the 1 month to that day.
so, and then take note, January's the first Tuesday this year too, because January 1st is a Sunday, which means Monday would be the holiday. So January, September, and October will be the first Tuesdays instead of a Monday. So I just need a motion.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Commissioner Sharrock,
Yeah.
Commissioner Orchard,
Yes.
Commissioner Lynch,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramey,
Yes.
Commissioner Casserly,
Yes.
Commissioner McCracken,
Yes.
Commissioner Massano.
Yes.
I had also put on 2022-21 resolution to certify salary increases. I'm not sure if there was any,
We did them.
okay, so did you wanna go forward with that resolution tonight as well?
Sure.
All right, so I would just need those amounts and then we could just adopt it as amended. So for Paul,
We did 4%.
4%, Mike,
Same.
4%.
You.
Plus this $100 car allowance, right? Okay,
You're at, 4, yeah.
I'm
With
sorry,
that, For you,
stipend?
Uh-huh,
yeah.
You don't have to do that.
uh-huh.
Thank you. So, if somebody wants to make a motion to,
I'll make it.
as
I'll
amended,
second it then.
Commissioner Lynch,
Yes.
Commissioner Orchard,
Yes.
Commissioner Sharrock,
Yeah.
Commissioner Ramey,
Yes.
Commissioner Casserly,
Yes.
Commissioner McCracken,
Yes.
Commissioner Massano.
Yes.
Thank you.
You'll see a lot of my friends will be- And I have to be there too.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you, Merry
Sorry.
Christmas.
Enjoy.
Merry Christmas. Reports from commissioners.
Just have a question for
I just
everybody.
wanna thank you again for sending my friends over with the Thanksgiving dinners to give out to everyone in the building.
Yes, I need the information for that.
And,
Yeah.
Well, who are we thanking, Carolyn?
Well, actually, yeah.
She made a
and both
bunch of
our
dinner.
friends.
Yeah, I was busy. No, my daughter's, Jackie, her son, her brother-in-law was working with an agency, and I'll get the name of the agency for you.
Yes,
And they had, a lot of dinners left over, so she called me to find out if it would be okay. So
Okay.
of course I called you, and I called Mike, and then I called, God bless you, Ellen took care of it all, met them at the door, took all those 55 dinners in, right?
Right,
Yeah.
and we gave them
Handed
out.
it all out, God bless you.
And then also sweets sent over, scones, sheet pans of scones and cakes and pies and everything, and also to that they got out.
Very nice.
So get me the
It's
name and the address.
nice.
And Ellen, you have thank you notes, could you
I have a
put a
thank you
couple
note,
up?
but I need Scone's address. I got Main Street, but I don't know the number.
Are the ones in, the one in Spring Lake? the
No,
store?
right here, I guess.
Sweet.
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 Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
sweet,
sweet.
oh, okay.
So we can send them, have as many
Okay, I have
tenants
thank
as
you notes, but
residents,
I
yeah,
just
can sign
gotta,
them.
I'll get
Well,
that.
I-
702 702 10th Avenue.
And I'll get the name of the,
Yeah.
organization, yeah.
okay.
Or just to Matty directly, and he can give it to the organization, however.
Okay, thank
whatever,
you.
yeah.
I'll try, I'm gonna write a little letter to the editor, and maybe they'll print it, thank you.
Oh, that would be good, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Did
I'm
go store.
going to see if I can get somebody to put that in, but you can do it. Thank
Alright.
you.
Okay, I just have one thing. Again, now Jackie just called me and asked me, remember last year they came and they did the Christmas Carol?
Yeah.
It's the kids club over here. So it's next Friday, the 16th. Remember last year I messed it up. She said, I'm texting you the date, Friday the 16th.
Okay, and
Well, they'll walk from the gym at 6:30, so it'll take them a couple of minutes, 10 minutes to get
Okay.
over here. Now, the question she has is, last year they stood outside, but they have their own music.
that was COVID.
Yes,
related,
yes. And it was cold. She said, is there any way that maybe they can come in the lobby? I don't know, I'm just asking. If not, they'll do whatever you have, I'm just
I
asking.
think you can do it in the lobby, or,
Or either in here.
yeah, you can do it
You
in
Yeah,
can
they
do
move
it
this
in here.
around.
Just have a meeting.
It's not that, we cleared that area out, that's where they used to do it.
If that's
Stand there.
okay, they
Yeah,
would
we
love
can
to
do it
do
in
that.
here.
Yeah, we can do it
Oh, yeah.
there.
Okay, then somebody would just have to meet them in the front and bring them through,
Right.
right? Okay. So
That's,
that, yeah,
that's
so
it.
the, I said how many, she said about 25 kids.
Kids,
And,
yeah.
yeah, sometimes a couple of the parents come with them, you know, but they have their own music, they have that thing, yeah, and they love it. So she did say, last year, not very many people came down, it was cold. She
Right.
said, the kids just love it, and as many people that come down as possible, they would enjoy it, okay?
It was nice last year.
Yeah,
Well, I hope they come down.
Give the kids.
well, would Mike or somebody put a notice out for
We'll
them?
put
Oh,
a
yeah,
sign
we'll
up.
post it,
Okay,
yeah,
That's
hopefully.
December the 16th.
16th, yeah. Which is
Sure.
6:30.
Sure.
Yeah, about
Yeah.
6:40.
Well, we'll invite some.
6:45.
so-
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no,
You
no,
know,
I
because-
totally-
yeah.
By the time they come in and get
But I
settled,
mean,
but they'll be here,
no one
because it's
wants
not,
to
doesn't that take that long to
Oh,
walk
no,
over?
the
Yeah,
kids
yeah.
gonna be in here.
And I said to
Right.
how long, she says about maybe 20 minutes by the time they get that one, yeah.
Do we give them candy canes or anything?
We can get some, we'll get some cookies or some, couple cookies, and we'll put them out.
They would get a big kick out of it, because then they go back and then they do their little project
We can do
in
hot-
the gym, they
We'll
make.
Get some hot
they make-
chocolate and have hot chocolate. for 'em.
Yeah, then they go make their.
Okay, I'll get them.
Okay, thank you, we'll tell her that, and I'll get you the information.
Thank you.
Jim?
Oh, and then again, a couple of my lady friends from the beach, because they always give me Christmas cards to put under everybody's door. You used to see the bags I got up there.
Oh,
with all
God
the
bless
Christmas
you.
cards.
Oh,
That's how
Helen.
I see it.
I
So
don't know
I
what we
gotta
do
start
without you,
putting them
girl.
under the doors.
We're gonna give you a raise, from nothing to nothing. Just a big hug and kiss.
But, they enjoy doing that. They start sending me Christmas cards and they said, can we send some to all your
Oh,
friends in the building? I said, that's up to you.
Oh,
Because I do put cards around, you know. So they,
Act of kindness is always
they,
good. I
they
like
got
it.
the cards, well, I have the cards now to put them around. Yeah.
Excuse me. That's actually Ellen's comment related to a question I had. I received some feedback from residents about solicitation. And, I know we've talked in this meeting before about having a no solicitation product. We don't let vendors come in and walk around the hallways. Does that same policy apply to residents? Now, obviously, Ellen has volunteered to distribute the Christmas cards, but, do we have a policy also applies for residents not soliciting from door to door for money or distributing materials or things like that? And if we don't, I think we should consider having something like that.
Well, who does that?
Are you saying outsiders or people that live here?
Yeah, I'm confused.
I think we should have a consistent policy for distributing mail and materials to the people who live here. as well as for outsiders. So I know for outsiders, it's a strict policy.
Yeah,
But
they're not, they don't get access. Inside, they have informal things like somebody's
I think I know what he's
niece is
referring to.
selling.
Yeah, that's.
Certain
cookies.
flyer that was passed around.
I don't know
get-
exactly what it
yeah.
is. Several residents have mentioned to me that this is something that they weren't clear as to what the
And who did that?
policy
And
was.
Who did that, yeah.
we
For-
don't know who
And
We
did
still don't know who
that.
did
I don't,
Yeah.
didn't ask all these questions,
Right.
it's just a question that was posed to me to bring up at the meeting, which is what I'm doing. And just, I think it's important to reiterate or establish
Yeah.
what the policy is or isn't. And if the policy is that any resident can go anywhere in the building and distribute materials, then that's the policy. If the policy is that materials need to be distributed by a staff member or someone who's designated, then that's a policy. I don't know what the policy is, if it just asked to me. And,
I know what the policy is, it's the law, it's already been litigated in another apartment house. The residents have a right to speak to or give writing to any other residents. Outsiders cannot. It's already been litigated.
okay.
And that was a flyer from the outside.
God,
I'm
Yeah.
inside, I'm a
No, no,
resident.
no, I hear you, I know. But
Yeah.
what happened is, I think what brought this up is that was a flyer from the outside.
I really
that got
don't know
in-
what the flyer
that
was,
got
I
in here
didn't ask
somehow.
any,
Yeah, yeah.
anything,
Yeah,
it just, people asked me for clarification for the
Yes,
policy. I said,
yeah.
I don't know what the policy
Right.
is. Said, I will ask at the meeting.
So obviously, as you say, there is a policy.
Well, that's a law,
Okay.
it's been ruled on by the Supreme Court. I'm sorry, by the
All
Colorado.
right, we'll talk,
We told
hold on one second, let's get the public comment, then we can talk about it.
did I tell him about?
No, is that what we're talking about? The letter that was put under every
I
door?
think
I'm
so,
assuming
yeah,
so.
yeah,
Yeah,
well, I
yeah.
don't
We know
know
who
who
did
did
it,
that.
he wouldn't answer the question, he got up and left. Very clear to me who did it.
So somebody let it in.
Yeah, well, people,
Yeah,
you know,
well, that's what we're saying, it's not, with a policy, it's not gonna happen again. You know, an outsider cannot come in, is what you're saying, to do that.
Correct.
Yeah, absolutely.
no, as far as I'm concerned,
Right,
you know,
right.
an individual that has a blog came in the building and went around without our knowledge.
Which should not be allowed, is what
Yeah.
you're saying,
Right.
yeah, make that very clear, yeah, okay.
Now, if someone comes in, what is our policy there? Will the police to take them out?
Well, if we're aware of it, that particular instance, I wasn't aware of it until it was over,
I think we will
And that's
all
probably
back
usually
down
the
when
case.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
No, if there's somebody in the building that doesn't belong here and they're asked to leave and they don't, yeah, we definitely call the police. And unfortunately, on a side note, the one person that used to sleep in the vestibule, I think he's the one that passed away and they found in the train station.
Oh, okay, all right.
I never saw that guy once,
Oh.
and I always go out at night for air.
The last couple winters, several times the police had to come in.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah.
Memorial thing over there.
Yeah.
He was over there today,
Down on the beach?
Oh, then
taking
it's not
off
the
his
same
top
person.
layer of clothes.
Taking a, what was
Yeah,
he
because
in the bird
There's
bath?
no chair out
I
there
said, I
now.
had to stop and watch, I said, what is he doing?
He was
Sure
doing
enough, he
David.
took off his whole top layer of clothing.
David Ives.
He was taking a horse
And then I
bath.
left, I said, he decided to go again.
They've been in the
Sorry.
I don't know,
Sorry,
I
Mark.
don't know. Where was he, he was found over there?
By the train station.
Yeah.
That's a
Oh, maybe it
terrible
was one on
Oh.
now.
Yeah.
It was broken, yeah.
way, but I've heard
I
people
haven't
say
heard that
that.
name in years.
Oh, I know.
Disgusting.
Okay. Any other reports from commissioners?
No, I was laughing about
Okay,
something else.
we're going to get time now for
Okay.
remarks from the general public, if anybody has, yes.
I have a question. You, I've been noticing on the news, every once in a while, there's a fire in the city or anywhere else, and the cause of the fire was the battery from an e-bike that they keep in their apartment.
Right.
Yes,
Now,
it happened.
in this building,
Oh.
are we allowed to have a battery charging up in here? Because I saw the way they showed that it started the
Oh, yeah.
fire. They had the battery on the chair and plugged in. After it was charged and it still was in, it started smoldering and smoke
I saw
started.
that too,
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah,
And the fire bursted. Now I'm worried about us in here, if someone has a charger going and leaves it there, they go to bed and whatever have you, and then it'll occur, you know? Is there any law here that, you know, you shouldn't charge these e-bikes and
Yeah.
the wagons, whatever the heck they call those
It's
carts?
unfortunate, but it would include cell phones and laptops and all the other things have the
Those are
same
small little
batteries.
things, but these batteries are big things like that, and
Yeah,
it
the big
smolders.
ones, yeah,
Oh,
big
there's-
ones, yeah.
And it's scary, you know, that if, God forbid, and it's more than a couple lately in the news, you see
Oh,
the
electric
fires.
Yeah.
And tonight there was one on the news.
There's also the battery wheelchairs.
They're not,
Yeah, the
they're
battery
not-
wheelchairs, you know,
They're car batteries.
is there, you know, I'm wondering if we make aware to people what the story
are they
is.
plug, are they
That
plugged
would
in?
Do's
be
and
good,
don'ts.
I think. I remember one time they had a little bit of a fire because someone had candles, and
Right,
we told
Miss
them no more
Louise.
candles,
Yeah,
and they were all given flashlights if they
Right.
wanted to have some light.
right, I remember that,
Are you
yeah.
aware of anybody here that has an electric bike?
Yep.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. And would that go for the scooters as well?
Yeah, because they're big charges too, big batteries.
But those are medical necessities,
Right.
so I don't know how you would
Yeah,
stop
but
somebody from
isn't there a-
charging that.
Or
Yeah.
couldn't they charge them out?
Outside the building, like on a
Yeah, but
station or
No,
something?
because they take like 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah, that's not gonna.
But I don't know, it's just scary that, I mean, if an apartment building goes on fire because of a damn battery,
I think
you
it's, I
see
think
it.
it's mostly the
The ease.
e-bikes and the
yeah.
skateboards, the powered
Yeah,
skateboards.
yeah.
And we don't
I don't
have
think anybody's on a
Skateboard we
skateboard in
don't
this
have.
building.
I don't know.
That would be
Yeah.
wonderful.
I wish,
All right,
I wish, you're
I'll
right.
charge mine at home, Joe.
But these e-bikes, I mean, they're wonderful, you know, for the person, but they're
Do they,
dangerous.
are there any in this building, e-bikes?
Yes,
Yeah, there are.
yes. And the problem is not the fire, it's the toxic fumes that happens when the battery catches fire. They've been known to produce cyanide. If you want, I have the article from the Post upstairs. I'll go get it for you, if you'd like to read it.
Are we talking about the scooter?
No?
No, no,
E-bike.
no, a bicycle.
Somebody has an e-bike in here?
Yeah,
Yes.
Well,
Now,
let me know.
it's not brought into the building,
I
right?
have.
It's-
The attitude about it was very negative. I didn't even want to say anything about this because we've had enough problems here. I'm worried about poisonous gas from a battery catching fire.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
I need some
Well,
gum.
What are you worried about, Troy? I didn't hear you.
Pardon me.
The amount of toxic fumes that are produced from by one of these batteries catches fire, some produce cyanide. Okay, from what I understand, construction of the building necessitates that if a fire happens in the apartment, it can be encapsulated there. But toxic fumes could go through the entire ventilation system, Lord knows where they might go.
From the batteries?
Yes, ma'am.
Then why, we shouldn't allow those bikes to be in the building.
Well, that would have to be the decision. That's not a personal decision, only a personal observation.
Well, let me put it this way. If somebody knows of somebody that has one, just slip a note in the door slot, all right?
They already know.
For, in the office or?
They know.
Yeah.
Okay, in the
Okay.
office, okay.
Just slip it in.
I'll take care of that for you.
Right.
I'll give you the article in the Post too, you should read it.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was a good
That's
point.
the only thing
Yeah.
that, I'm watching
Well, how about
news
if we
tonight,
put a
you'll see
charging
one.
station outside and let them bring them in after? No charging inside. Some of these people have medical devices that they need.
That's it.
Well,
He's just saying the medical device is not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
part
we're
of
not
that.
saying a medical device, we're talking about
Yeah.
the e-bikes
E-bike,
specifically. They're the ones where the batteries
right.
can
Yeah,
explode.
oh, yeah. Well, some of them have lead acid batteries, they don't even have,
Yeah,
batteries.
I think that one scooter I'm thinking of has a car battery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they both do.
Yeah. They're not the problem.
No,
No.
It's toxic fumes that could be the problem. That's my
Lithium,
concern.
lithium-ion batteries are the ones
Yeah.
that do that.
How difficult is it to get a charging station? I mean, it's not expensive to get a charging station.
Oh, tens of thousands.
Is it?
I know people that buy the e-cars, that's a big expense they have to pick up.
Maybe we got you.
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
What's that?
Money on it.
What's
Put a
that?
charging station for making some money.
There you go.
We'll put a meter on it.
Yeah.
Any other public comment?
Oh, that was the only worry I had.
Okay. Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a good point.
One other quick little thing, is the change in administration, I know that because of the political elections, there's all new people coming in to run Belmar. Is that gonna affect us of being able to get the funding that we need to take care of the outside facade? That was my concern.
No, because it's not tied into the.
Okay, good.
so-
Thank you for moving forward on it, Paul.
I wish we could do more now, but we're looking at possible, this'll give us some time to look for funding.
Well,
Get the whole job done.
It's called the government, I understand it.
There you go.
Just as long as, you throw a stone in the water and it ripples, eventually the ripples hit where they have to go, so we have to be patient.
Well, you know, we on our own had, Mike, we rented that lift
No, I
to
remember that.
repair all the cracks in the water.
Yeah.
Well, we got cited on that because the sealant they use is a different color. And anything over 3 feet, that's a violation.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, wow.
So it's a
So,
damned if
yeah.
you do and a damned if you don't.
Pretty
Okay,
much.
Gotcha. All right, good luck then.
I'm gonna volunteer you to go up and paint them, brick color, all the cracks.
Can I bring my sledgehammer? I like my sledgehammer, you know that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they moved.
Motion to adjourn.
Well, if that's what it takes to keep the building
All in
self.
favor? Motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Jim, I gotta ask you, did your son go there?
Yes.
You know, your wife had the stuff on when we ran into you at the restaurant, and I go,